Sorry, I was just getting ready for the stream. Whilst I'm preparing, don't forget to sub and follow us to ensure you never miss out on our quality content. It's definitely quality and 100% content.
Hey everyone, we are the Raging Rolls. We are a bunch of nerdy ass Aussies who get together when we can to play some Dungeons and Dragons, try out some funny voices and have a whole lot of chaotic fun. We stream right here on Twitch on Thursday nights with the VOD available immediately after we broadcast. A shorter form of our shows are available on YouTube the following week. And if you enjoy what we do, why not hit that follow button or even subscribe to show your support for the stream and share your feedback and comments with us. Now, before we get started, Dan, you've got something to talk about.
Oh, yes, of course. I was prepared, but I was also not prepared. So this August, we're raising money for Starlight Children's Foundation with Game Changers. Now, Starlight Children's Foundation, essentially their mission statement is once bright life becomes dulled by needles, hospital, and painful treatments, Starlight helps sick kids forget their illness and rediscover the joy of childhood. Now, we have donations set up all ready to go. We've already raised $328 so far. We're only halfway through the month. Now, for every donation of $10 or more, donors will receive an entry into the draw to win one of these awesome prizes: a Starlight Aftershock PC, a Secret Lab Titan Evo chair, Secret Lab Lumbar Pillows Pro, or a Nintendo Switch Lite. Now, I'm partial to the Nintendo Switch because it's got all the fun party games. I believe Jeremy has set up some additional fun stuff that can happen for donations. Jeremy,
indeed. Now you can either donate to create some benefits for the players or some pains or banes for the players. So any donation of things like $10, $20, $40 or $80 will give the players a potion of healing, either regular, greater, superior or supreme. With the option on Supreme of $80, they might get a random potion. Up to you. A one-off donation of a massive $500 will chuck the deck of many things straight into the game. Right? This is a long-running campaign that could go completely sideways with the deck of many things. Now, that might be a bane for the players, it might be a benefit, we don't know, but if you do want to cause some more chaos for the players, any donation of 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever, in multiples of 10, you can choose to direct that my way, to the DM, and for whatever number you donate, let's say you donate $30, I can add an extra 3d4 worth of damage to the next hit. So, choose where your loyalties lie. Help the kids of Starlight.
Like 23 hit points.
I know, everyone's so squishy still, so let's let the dice roll.
I love it that we could just be out in the wasteland and walking along, making our way to the next town. Random lightning bolt, just scorch mark on the ground. That was Beatrice.
My own
100%.
Beach is going to die by fire.
We know this already.
You just say that because I'm a pyromaniac and it would be just desserts.
Maybe.
I'm saying that because I
have a problem I deserve it and I've burned too many towns down.
Did I just see a cheeky donation come through there?
Oh god.
It's a $20 donation that I believe was for the DM.
Beatrice, so long.
Okay.
That donation was $20 for the DM.
But the DM
No!
sucked in.
Was a DM out.
Spelling mistake, sir.
He's done this before to me. It's like, suck off.
Right, where's my damage logger? Here we go.
It says that so the donation was from my Lorna saying "fuck shit up."
Oh man.
Almost wrote down 22d4 then.
I would never donate. I'm a very good human being.
Alright. So,
Rein it in.
Dan thought of the children and then said, I'm going to also fuck up the party.
let's recap. Mark, you volunteered to recap previous events. Let's hear
I
it.
did. And my notes are a bit crap. But we set out in the direction of where there might be pirate treasure, in a northwesterly direction. We walked for all of about 5 minutes before we spotted Nessie and went, we're going on a speedboat. Speedboat Nessie rides. A couple of us then proceeded to fall off and immediately get dealt a whole heap of bullshit DM cold damage. I can't remember if we needed a break after that, as in a sleep. We slept it off.
You had a short rest.
Short rest. And then proceeded to make our way out into the frozen wasteland on foot, where we encountered two cool monsters. What were they called? They were like torchlight zombies.
They
or
were
something.
cold light walkers.
Cold light walkers. They could do a heap of damage, as I think Greykov was finding out, and a little bit of Jorgen. Much needed sleep after that. Some good roleplay. I'll leave people to re-watch the episode to recap on that. Before setting our way out on foot again to Pirate Booty. Only this time the DM throws yet another sparkly thing in front of us in the form of a tunnel buried in the ground. And a couple of people couldn't resist sticking their noses in it. This is where we have Jorgen on an edge of an abyss, trying to drop his cursed cleaver, when I think Sly has an impulse, an uncontrollable impulse to push said cat off the edge and into the abyss. And that is where we're at. A literal cliffhanger.
Yeah, it really is. Exactly right. Nothing else made to add there.
Apart from the fact that maybe we walked back like 30 feet from the edge. That was in last.
Remember something.
I'm trying to find some really good background tunes, and I don't think Happy Times track is going to be the one.
I mean, it depends if you're, donating money to the DM and DM kills people, you would be having a happy time.
This is true. DM's got a smile on his face right
contextual.
now. Maybe let's call it the Hall of Nightmares. Let's play that. What is that?
Oh, cool. That sounds tasty.
I'm really afraid of long
There's
breaths.
that back in Targos. With the trapped hallway.
That was a fun time too. Okay. Well,
Indeed.
Well. We say looking at the abandoned well in the middle of town.
with Jorgen standing at the edge of this dark void, remembering that you can see these floating sort of platforms in the distance, some edges around this cavern where you could probably stand up. These caverns being, scattered throughout where you are in this space. Jorgen standing at the very edge of this drop to nothingness, holding this massive cleavable blade over the edge. And did you say when we finished last time that you're kind of like covering your eyes as well?
I think I was motioning that, yeah.
Yeah, motioning, closing your eyes.
Like I'm having a hard time giving this bad boy up.
You feel this massive shove in your back. Now, Sly, I'm going to get you to roll an athletics check with advantage. And Jorgen, I'll get you to roll a straight athletics check.
Oh, hang on, let me just make sure my B120's on. Okay, so advantage on my athletics.
Let me have a look. Advantage on your athletics check. And Jorgen, you can...
I have a +0, so...
Jorgen, you can roll a athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Oh god.
A 16.
Okay.
Versus my 8.
So, Sly, you feel the impulse to just push, and you try and shove. It's pretty solid. Big cat in front of you.
Fat kitty.
Doesn't budge.
Well, he does. Because he's doing this. And all of a sudden he gets shoved. It's like... The cleaver is dropped.
Well, see, here's the thing, Jorgen.
Nice try, player character.
As much as you wanted to try and drop this thing, you're unable to do so. You cannot release your grip on this thing.
But if I was shoved and somewhat surprised...
Think of it like there's a magical
Glue.
tether between your hand and this thing. It is bound to you.
Oh,
And
cool.
you-
Cool, I love this thing.
Oh, good.
I swing around to slide.
It just looked like you needed a little push to get the thing out of your hand.
You nearly pushed me over the edge.
I knew you'd be
Are
fine.
you stupid?
I knew you'd be fine. You're a graceful kitty cat with claws and shit. But you still haven't let the thing go.
I climb down onto my belly and sort of inch over. I've disappeared. Inch over so I can peek over the edge. Like, that doesn't have a bottom. Like that could have...
Yeah, exactly. So it's the perfect... No, it's the perfect place to get rid of this cleaver thing. I knew you would be fine. You wouldn't go in. You're too big and strong for that.
Yeah, there's a slight problem.
Alright, I have one more thing that we can try. I'll stand over here and I'll move over like to the edge of the cavern so I'm not close enough to him to try and push him again.
Mhm.
I've backed away from the edge.
Alright, hold the... No, hold the thing over the edge. Hold it over the edge. Alright. Jorgen, do you trust me?
Sorry. Go on.
Jorgen, I've been there for you. I know you didn't trust me to start off with, but we've been through a lot together since we started out together, okay?
Let's just
If we had
recap
like
the
it,
last
game.
minute.
Dan, I just sent you a message.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
Good.
Trust me.
buddy.
I'm all the way over here. I can't hurt you from over here. With nothing effective anyway. Like, I do have range spells and shit, but I wouldn't do that. You can't hold on to that thing anymore. You're gonna get yourself fucked up, or you could hurt other people in the party.
Yeah, we'll deal with this another time, I think.
Darling, I believe, and my eyes flash red, that you want to jump, and I'll cast command on Jorgen.
Make it happen.
You cast command
roll off?
on him and tell him to jump.
Yep.
And that's when Slag
Trust
never,
me.
ever had.
Command can be
Sorry,
tricky
I
though,
just-
right? Because
Yeah,
jump
I need
and
to
leap
double
are
check.
different things.
Magic carpet ride for Aladdin. I can
Is this-
show you the.
Is this a roll off?
What's the command? Is it a save? Then?
Yep, I'm just getting the beyond. Send it to beyond 20.
And
Send it.
Jorgen, I'll also get you to roll a perception check, please.
I'm trying to cast it into beyond 20.
So 12 for the perception.
Okay. You're too distracted by what's just happened and the fact that you can't shake this sword to
Alright.
notice much else.
There's nothing to say that I can't command him to jump. So he needs to roll a wisdom saving throw versus DC 14.
Cool. -1.
I just jumped on the spot.
Oh no.
Rolled a 7. Jorgen jumps on the spot. The fuck did I do that for?
What's your passive perception?
Passive. Where do we keep that?
It's 11.
Yep. I don't like this place. I'm not in control of my actions.
I'm sure it's totally fine. I mean, all it takes is a leap of faith, and I'll cast, as I point toward the abyss, I'll cast command again.
And Jorgen will get you to roll me another perception check as he does that. She does that.
Oh, no, that's persuasion. Hang on. Unnatural
Please roll.
20.
He also needs to roll a wisdom save as I cast command again.
Yep.
That would have been useful for the natural 20.
And save.
Oh, thank God.
Clutch. So as Sly points her finger out and says leap, what you notice is that her skin has taken on a darker reddish hue, and her hands you've seen have become more blackened than you've seen them before, and you don't remember her fingers being so long and elongated. But you stand fast as you draw a bit of confusion from seemingly being told to do something,
Listen,
but it's like,
I really believe that you should just...
Nope. Feline agility. I'm noping out of this cave. I'm not in control of myself. Puffy tail and everything.
Are you leaping, like
Exactly.
you running back up the tunnel, or are you leaping onto one of the floating platforms?
No, I'm getting the fuck out of the tunnel.
Before he can leave, I will one more time cast commands. And I will say, leap into the hole. So leap is the commands.
Isn't it one word?
One word.
It
One
is
word,
your-
dude.
no, sorry. One word. Leap, and I'll point one more time at the hole.
Fuck.
How many times does he get to do this?
I have
Many
spell
spell slots
slots.
has he got?
Just
He keeps doing it until you punch him in the face and his teeth fall out and he can't make sounds properly anymore.
okay.
I mean, it's always an option.
All right, let's do the roll off. But I did say I was doing feline agility, and I'm not near.
Okay,
the
so-
edge. So
Is that you?
I just want to clarify that because I'm going to need to go look up leaping rules or jumping rules. what worried me the most at the end of last session was I was basically at the edge, and that any type of saving jump was going to have to be just like a standing jump. If I've got feline agility on, this could play out differently. So let's have out this a wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
A wisdom save. Come on, better than 14. Boom! Oh no, it's -1. 12.
That's a fail.
That's a fail.
So, as your tail kind of puffs up and you kind of get this, what do you call it, getting skitty?
Yeah. Get the zoomies.
With you wanting to run the other way, but Sly commanding you to leap the other way, it's like you're being torn, but you end up turning back to face the void, and you leap.
I do have a quick question. Does he have enough movement to move that way and then back that way? Will that get rid of all of his movement before he can do that?
No, yeah.
I'm saying as a player character because I really don't want to kill the character.
Have I basically just initiated what would be a normal running jump? And how far away from the edge are we?
Or are we in initiative now because we're opposing fortunes?
Yeah.
I think as long as you run, you're good.
What did you say, Gregor?
As long as I run 10 feet.
As long as you, I think the as long as you cover like 10 feet or something before your run, before you jump, it's considered a running leap.
And that's how I picture it. Like, I see you starting to run away up the tunnel, but being then commanded to turn and leap into the thing. So you basically get about 5 to 10 feet up the tunnel and then turn and back the other way to get to the edge, and then you leap.
No, a long jump is still based on you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score.
Here's the thing. In front of this space, in this void where you are, there are these floating platforms. So, what I'm going to do is get you to roll me I'll get you to roll me an athletics check, please.
And a 17.
Mm-hmm. So as you leap into this chasm, into this void, you just manage to get your claws into the edge of this first platform. So it's about 10 feet off the edge where you
Cleaver. Let's make this cinematic. Even I can't drop the damn thing. Sinks, it bites into the edge of the ledge.
Hold there for a second. We're going to pivot back out the front of the cabin.
The fuck is taking them so long?
I was just
so sorry, Mom.
running through my head and be like, God, they're taking it awful.
So back out the front. The other four.
You don't think that Sky and the cat one are like interested in each other, do you?
I don't know, but perhaps you have more of an idea about how Sly sees people?
Sly as a Sly does, it's very complicated.
Very well.
I didn't want to assume Jorgen's gender.
I am hesitant.
He does have a lot of nipples, you know, they do.
You should be able to tell from the massive kahunas.
I choose to not look there.
I was already hesitant to not go down there and see what's going on, and now I am very sure I don't want to.
Jorgen being a cat, though, in the middle of the night, has just wandered up to each of you and just been like... just back it in.
Those could be anyone's nuts, you know, it's cold, no one's got access to razor blades, like...
It's been a few minutes now since you left, or since Jorgen and Sly left you and sort of went to check out this tunnel. You haven't heard a thing.
You're the rogue. You're doing rogue shit.
We'll go have a look, I guess. There.
How long do we give them? Like 10 minutes, 2 hours?
How long did you say it was?
How long he needs?
A few minutes. Well, it wasn't that far down, so they must be looking around or they've run into trouble, so perhaps we'll go have a look. Do you want to come with
Can I have my
me? Or
spells?
you
I
can
was just
have
thinking
your
I might have
spells.
like message or some shit. I could message into the cave, see what's going on there. You know, chug a little whisper out there.
Your message?
Oh, I got
It's
message.
120 feet though.
120 feet. How far away are they? More than 120 feet.
Yeah.
That's the cave.
I don't care enough to walk. You go.
Very well.
That's the spirit. Good on you.
Um,
Always count on you.
I'll go for a stealth down there and have a look. Does anyone else want to come?
Ah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You're right.
In that cage where I can't see. Yeah, it's not my thing.
How's your wisdom saving throw, Grenkov?
Yeah.
Is not good. What I get?
Oh,
It's
come
pretty
to walk
good.
with a great cop. You twisted my arm.
Does it
17.
beat a -1?
No, wait, that's not it.
Down the bottom. 25!
25 stealth.
25. You step into that cave and you are just hugging the shadows. You going with him, Torben?
Back.
Yep, I'm gonna go with him.
Okay.
Stealth action.
Yeah, if you want to go stealthy.
I will actually turn into my giant spider form
Okay.
with dark vision. And just before I do it, I'll be like, hey, Gregov, watch this. And I'll take a step and I'll jump. And as I'm mid-air, I'll just turn into a giant spider and cling to the roof. And then in my spider form, I'll shrug my shoulders like, eh? Eh?
I used to have nightmares as a kid about a Doctor Who episode where someone like turned around and there's a giant spider on someone's back.
Yeah, that was
Early Doctor Who, and it's just one of those formative memories that stuck with me. That's what I'm imagining is happening in this
core
tunnel.
memory. Yeah.
Core memory. Okay.
I
So
need to make a stealth.
weaving your way
Stealth
through
saving
this.
throw, just stealth check.
Spider stealth check.
I used to have them, but I took away.
Weaving your way through the tunnel, this massive spider overhead, you hear maybe 30 feet ahead of you, a familiar voice just call out, leap into the void. And as you sort of approach that space where you can now see these figures, you just catch sight of Jorgen just leaping out into what looks to you to be almost black, almost nothing. Although with your dark vision, Torben, you can see that there's a couple of platforms sitting there and Torben just clings to one.
I can't speak, just to be clear. Spiders can't
Yeah.
speak.
How's the action economy now, DM?
We'll see. Depends on this next thing.
I think Dracov's gonna suspect, there's been some combat or you've seen something really interesting, and he's gonna. So Dracov's gonna kind of just watch and stay stealth for like the next couple of seconds to kind of gather more information before he does anything.
Okay. Torben remaining hidden as well, or making himself known?
I can see that. I can see that the kitty cat is just sitting over there, like hanging onto a little tiny area.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. How far is he from the edge?
I would say
About-
dangling.
You're about 10
How
feet
far is he
from
from
the edge.
from the edge of the pit where I am? How far would I have to jump?
You have to jump about 10 feet.
So I'm a like large spider and I have web. Could I maybe shoot web at him to hold him onto the thing so he doesn't fall.
You have a
Go, Web, go!
I mean, you can certainly try.
Ah.
Okay.
You got to make the noise.
The noise just sounds so wrong.
Flute.
No, it's thwip. It's thwip. Thwip, 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 thwip. Thwip, thwip.
That was nice. I like that. It's moist.
What is the web action though?
I'll send it to you.
What is the web action?
100%.
He's restrained by webbing, +5 to hit. He can choose to burst it if he wants to. So he can choose to burst it, but if he's dangling, I'm going to essentially just shoot.
Okay.
My dangleberries are indeed dangling over the side.
Yeah, well, he's definitely within the 60 feet range from where you are if you want to try and squirt web at him.
Say 13 to web.
Gives an AC. Niet. 16.
It just doesn't quite get enough traction to grab onto him and the rock as well, and it just falls off.
Thwip.
It just goes all over my back and doesn't really do its job.
If we're not in turn order yet, I'm just gonna fire like 3 more webs at him.
Now that you guys have had some action, we are absolutely going to roll some initiative.
I'm fairly sure
Okay.
you're going to need like a 15-minute break there.
Oh, man.
Need to
Please.
recharge.
Oh, wait.
Have a protein bar,
No,
have some
because everyone-
carbs, and replenish. Maybe some juice. It's like,
All right, I'll
Diminishing
get
returns.
everyone to roll, like Sly and Jorgen to roll initiative as well.
okay. I have terrible initiative.
We're off for outside and have no idea what's happening.
I don't have an active token.
Yeah, you should.
No, but I'm a 13.
God damn it.
Why can other people do it and you can't?
I rolled a 13, but yeah, I don't have an active initiative. I don't have an active token in the area.
I can't.
There we go. There's my
Well,
active
it's-
token.
Is there a scene
Is there
happening?
There's no map.
Can you add my initiative of 13, or do I need to roll again, DM?
I can probably, if you add it in, I can probably edit it.
Okay,
So
roll
just
again. Okay, yeah. So take that 2 and make it a 13.
No, keep it as a 2.
No, it's a 13.
Jorgen and Grekov, did you guys roll initiative already and both roll 10?
Yes.
I rolled 10, yeah.
Okay. And Tolban rolled 10 as well.
Yeah. The tiebreaker is the dex modifier from
It
memory.
should do it automatically.
Mine's +4. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll do it. We should just do rollies.
I'm just going to, okay. Okay, cool. Well, with that then, after Tolban and Greg were coming down, Tolban flinging some web at Jorgen. Sly, you've noticed this. You're up.
As I see the thing, I'm assuming it's the rest of the party. I was like, it can't be helped. He won't drop it. He tried to kill me. He needs to drop it. And I use command to make him drop
on Jorgen, okay?
on Jorgen.
And with your passive perception there, Tolman, you notice Sly's eyes are like dark. You notice her fingers are darker and more elongated than they should be. Her skin is redder. Alright, Jorgen, give us another wisdom save.
I don't like this. Where are you?
Oh no!
Boom, boom, boom. What's the 6?
Jorgen's just trying to get some grip on the edge there. Get the shoulders, the elbows up. And then...
Fly, you fools!
Go on. Okay.
10 feet down. He's 10
10 feet down.
feet. Just hold that up for like the next...
Greco, you're up.
Yeah. I would have watched. I watched him say drop. Sly say drop, and then he obeyed. Sorry, I'm just looking to see what. I don't have anything that can like save him. But I'm gonna
DM.
Yeah.
Okay. So the great axe is. The cleaver is like lodged in the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, it was kind of in your hand, but you didn't. You pulled it out. It's with you. It has not left your hand.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do like a contested wisdom off, being told to drop it, but also unable to let go of the fingers.
You always have to like shake it free to pull it out. Yeah.
How was that?
Shake. No.
If I'm within,
I've got one.
how close am I? How far from Sly am I?
You are about 35 feet away from Sly.
That's my movement. I'm gonna move straight up to her, and I'm gonna do like a dive tackle. I guess it'll be an unarmed strike.
Yep.
And I will. I can't really. Rules as written, try to like Terry Tate tackle, but I'll just see how I go. So,
linebacker baby.
Attack! Come on, it is a 22 hit, and it'll do 1 plus my strength modifier, which will be nothing. So it'll be 1 hit point. Let me just double check that. Oh no, it's a +1. So 2 hit points of damage, and I'll use that attack to grapple as well, and hang on.
Okay, I'll get you to make a athletics check for me.
Mm-hmm.
And you as well, Sly. Acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, can it be acrobatics?
Yours has to be athletics.
Very well.
Dun, dun,
Well, I rolled a 14.
I got a 9. So I've come in and like head-butted your chest and hurt my head on your breastplate, and I'm just like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
As he like tackles me, I'll just like grab his head with my with my hand, and I'll just move him to the side. There's no other choice, Gregov. I'm so sorry. He went crazy. He tried to kill me.
You're like, holding my head back, and I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay, but you did take that. Did you roll damage for that strike? Yeah.
It has to be. It's just 2 hit points, so it's your strength. Sorry, it's 1 hit point plus your strength.
Yeah.
For damage.
Okay. Jorgen, you're up next, but you are free falling unless you've got some magical fly thing up your sleeve.
I'd like to take one of the health potions out while I'm falling. Is there?
Potion consumed.
Are you trying to like Helldiver sting yourself so you don't take any damage?
Because I also took a shit ton of psychic damage before.
You
So
did?
there's only like 10 hit points. So if I hit anything hard on the way down,
Mhm.
it's either
Okay.
fall into the endless void or go splat. Nah, look, let me rethink this. There's no edge or anything nearby that I could
No.
reach.
No,
It's
nothing
just
around.
empty
It's
void.
just empty void. You can fall a long way in 6 seconds.
But the whole round is 6 seconds. It's not each person's individual turn
I
takes an
know.
additional 6 seconds. So
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
what's the distance fallen per 6 seconds?
10 feet. 10 feet.
3 meters.
10 feet per 6 seconds.
Gravity doesn't work in Faerun, apparently.
Sorry, I'm just flicking through stuff.
While he's flicking through stuff, can I ask a quick question of my coding comrades? If I was to do a brief coding script for children, for Simon Says, what would be the best language to use? If I'm just doing like commands.
Look up
Like-
code.org. Swift is what you want.
And I'm nothing of that.
I think it's Swift. It's very visual. It's like drag and drop
Five-
blocks of code.
500 feet in 6 seconds around.
Mm-hmm.
Is that D&D rules or is that just
No, that's the rules I found
Or
too.
So,
You take
Yeah.
a d6 per 10 feet fallen and 500 feet per 6 seconds.
But I won't die if it's an endless void.
as far as you can see.
I got nothing. I think I will try that health potion though.
Okay. Consume your health potion.
I think it's just a regular one.
Okay.
What are they worth?
2d4 plus 2. Sounds right. Torben. Yeah.
Colburn moves at a sprint of 60 as a decent sized spider. Colburn is going to run as soon as he sees the kitty cat fall. He's going to run, ignore everything in front of him, and sprint, jump off, and leap down. Going to crash tackle, and he has the ability to walk on difficult terrain, including climbing walls, as per doing a backflip midway into the cave and landing on the roof. So the idea is that he's going to sprint, leap, crash tackle Jurgen into the wall of this thing, and just a couple of feet around him, couple of feet grabbing the wall.
Just so we're clear, the distance between where you are at this first edge to
Yep.
the opposite edge of where you can see
Yep.
is about 120 feet. Now there
How
are
far away from the
platforms
edge is
here
how
and
far
there.
away from the edge is Jurgen?
10 feet. On the wall closest to you. But that means you've got to go get him and then get back, change your momentum somehow.
Could I Spider-Man style web slinger and pull myself back to the wall?
It sounds like bullshit.
Sounds pretty cool, though.
It does sound pretty cool. Look, I'm gonna if you hit. So let me get this straight. You're leaping off. You're trying to grab Jorgen with your feet and everything, and then web the wall.
Well, I shoot out my ass, the web,
I
so
get it.
it'll be facing the wall.
I wasn't going to
But I have to
demonstrate that.
turn. But I'll literally just, if it all works, the web will hit the wall and hold, and the wall shouldn't be able to dodge my web because walls don't dodge very well.
Yeah, they don't.
Are you Pierce Brosnaning it off the top of the dam?
Basically.
Okay. First, let's see if you can catch Jorgen. Because he's falling, right? He's falling
Athletics?
quick. Yeah, yes, please.
You hear a slight whistling sound. Increasing.
And there's a
I've got
slight
any
scent of
cards.
urine in the air as he's falling. It's just drifting up and hitting you in the face.
What's a rogue card giving me?
What? I should say it somewhere on the card. You flip it over. Advantage on an attack roll. Could be beneficial for
attack
shooting
roll?
webs. Your web one will be.
Okay, alright. I guess I'm just going to run a jump.
Is this going to be like Gwen Stacy, where Gwen Stacy doesn't die from the fall, but dies from the web hitting and cracks her back and kills her instantly?
Maybe. He's only been falling for a fraction of a second. I just saw him let it go.
Okay. Let's give us a your athletics check.
Yeah, you didn't fall 5 seconds. Yes.
Take that, 22 athletics check.
You
Oh,
run, leap off the edge, and you kind of like curl your legs up so you reduce wind resistance and bullet down into this void, chasing after Jorgen before you splay out and grab hold of him. Give me that attack roll, web attack roll, to get the web to stick on the wall.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
Screw that thing.
Right thing.
Thanks, dear.
That would be a 28 to web attack and not moving
Oh
wall.
my god,
Fuck,
your
yeah.
ass just jettisons this web.
Stream.
And within an extra half a second, Jorgen and Tolman, you come to a rapid, like, your acceleration just slows to a stop. And then you gotta go back up.
Well, I imagine there's like a pendulum, right? So like, I run and
Was
jump
it
and
like
I
a
grab
bungee
him and
cord?
then it sticks to the wall, but then we kind of just like...
Yeah, you hit the wall, you've got Jorgen, so now you're swinging back towards the wall, and you grab the wall.
Glad I took that health potion.
How much distance did I take with my leap? Like, how far was it to run to the edge?
It was 20 feet for you to get to the edge.
Okay. Well, I've got another 40 feet to climb back up.
Of course,
Even on a sprint, I'd have 60 total.
Okay, wow, what a move. So, one move, you've done all that, hit the wall, now bolting back up. Within that fraction of a second, Jorgen and Tolman pop back up over the edge. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Tolman?
I just use my giant pincers to like stroke his cheek a little bit. Just remind him like he's safe, but he's never really safe.
Jorgen hasn't stopped screaming.
Sly, you're up.
I will use my turn. And I'll just look at the spider that I assume is Tolman, because I've seen him be a spider before, and Grey Cove. And I'll just say, he can't be trusted. He tried to kill me. He's going to try to kill us. He's a detriment to us and the party. He won't let go of that cleaver.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Will that be contested with some kind of
It will be.
deception?
Do you want me to roll privately to you?
Yes,
DM?
please. Yes, please.
Insight. It is 15.
Suspense.
Question marks.
It doesn't feel legitimate. The way that someone's just like expressing this level of distress doesn't sound completely genuine to you, Grekov.
Okay. I'll. It's not my turn yet, so I'll just think on that.
Do I say that he doesn't?
Do you want to make an insight against his insight? If you want.
When will the madness end?
Press X to doubt.
I guess I will try to hide it. The 21.
Yeah, I roll fucking awful.
Yeah, no.
That's karma catching up with me.
Yeah, there's so much going on inside your own head, Slides, that you don't pay that much attention to that level of detail.
I'm just doing that thing that actors do where they like stare at one eye and then they stare at the other eye and then they
Anything else on your turn, Sly?
Look around. Weigh my options.
Well, you've got...
I'll wait for now.
You'll wait for now?
I'll wait for now.
Okay. Because you just reiterate what's in the room. This floating platforms are 10 feet away. The tunnel's up there, or there's down.
Oh, I didn't wrong.
Grekov, you're up.
All right. Can I just quickly ask how's in terms of like damage sustained? I remember. Did we rested? So
You
everyone's
rested.
rested essentially. Okay. I'm gonna try to grapple again.
Okay, give us another athletics check.
Let's do it.
I won't resist this time.
Unarms. It'll be. Oh no, sorry. It's athletics. Here we go.
Just
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You can unarmed strike if you want.
Come
Yeah,
on,
is unarmed
directly
strike for Is it
Grapple?
No, it's
No, it's
yeah,
athletics.
no, it's a special attack in this athletics.
It's
Okay,
just
yeah,
athletics.
it's terrible.
That's right. I won't resist this time. I'll just say to Grekov, he's a danger to us and the party. As long as he has that cleaver, he's going to be a detriment. He's going to kill us all. Or wind up getting us all killed.
But it's not your decision to make, friend.
It is when I'm the one he was trying to kill.
Well, I wasn't there for that. Let's get out of this cave and figure it out.
Okay, we're out of initiative order.
Let's go.
Well, I haven't seen that. I've just seen a spider jump off the edge.
Spider Torban, are you alive? All right, he's a spider. They can't
I'm assuming he just takes one leg.
Why not void spider?
So you're all making your way back up the tunnel?
Making away.
I am
Yeah,
feline agilitating my way out.
Yeah,
Quick
if
sticks.
they come up the hole and start leaving, yeah, we'll leave.
Would you also be... Okay, I'll just describe it. Coming out of this cave, as you wind your way up, you're leading Sly in front of you, holding her hands, just sort of behind her back, making sure she's not going to try anything else funny. You emerge.
I'm not feeling like, restraining her like she's under arrest or anything. I don't feel
Okay.
like I have authority or knowledge of the situation, but I'll let them walk ahead and I'll just kind of have a look around the room.
Okay.
Kind of sense if there's any kind of like crazy vibes from last time I was here, and then leave.
Okay. Eventually, you will find your way back to the top, or entry to this cave. There you see Beatrice and Zane just chill, and you'll merge. Tolbin, Jorgen, you notice that the different coloration on Sly's skin seems to have dissipated. Her hands seem to be as they were as you knew them, and her eyes return to normal.
Yes.
Did Greykov notice any of that?
He tried to, didn't quite pick it up.
Okay.
When we're
Guess what
back out, I'm
happened?
going to drop spider form.
Guys, I was in the
And
cave 1 minute, and then now we're back out here. What happened?
What happened was you telling me to do things, and then I had no control over whether I did them or not.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have to support you.
Well, why the fuck would I jump off a cliff
Insight
or
check.
then let go?
Who are you inside checking, Beatrice?
Can I do both? Can I do the interaction between the two of them? So I'm assessing both of them for their faces, their tone, their body language. Who's telling me please?
Jorgen the trail.
Pissed.
Raised fur, the sweat on their butt cheeks. I don't know, all of the things.
Oh,
All I wanted was to. I saw you were struggling holding the cleaver over the edge, and I just wanted to help you.
I get
And
a
then
grand.
that's the last thing I remember.
It's a shame.
After that, you told me to jump off the edge, which I did.
That is what I saw.
And then when that didn't work, you got me to drop, which I did, and yet somehow I looked at Tolbin.
That is.
No,
Your plan didn't work.
no,
What I saw was not self-defense.
I wouldn't hurt you guys. You're my friends.
But you didn't seem yourself either. Red eyes and red skin and... Show me your hands.
Sly, give me a wisdom save, please.
You're gonna have to make a wisdom save every time we call bullshit on your multiple personalities.
20. Dirty 20.
It's all good.
By what they're saying, do I recognize the descriptors of what I am hearing?
You're picking up signals that something wasn't quite right, yeah. You are getting a feeling that you're picking up what they're laying down, yeah.
But no, I wouldn't. Are my hands free? Can I reach up, or are my hands tied behind my back at the
No,
moment?
you're not bound.
Can I divine sense anything from him? Is he affected by a hello spell?
Clay is a very feminine lady, so it's a her. Thank you very much.
You can try. What is the descriptor?
Basically, it's just like I sense anything affected by a hallow spell or known location of a celestial, fiend, or undead, up to 60 feet.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't hurt you guys. I would only trying to help.
I don't know if there's just anything I'm sensing from him that would explain his odd behavior.
I was-
One sec,
behaviour.
one sec. I just need to check something.
I was going to bless you, Jorgen, to give you some extra fortitude to try to get this thing off of you.
Are you still hurt, Jorgen?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna lay on hands and give you 10 hit points.
Thank you kindly.
Nine hit points from Tolbin for the kitty cat.
Thank you kindly.
And I I offer him a carrot. You'll feel better.
Hands are shaking.
Listen, I don't want to hurt anyone, least of all my friends. I don't know what happened down there.
I'll tell you what happened.
Insight check. Oh my.
So Zane, you were looking at what was it? What was the spell you were doing? Or the
it's Divine Sense.
Divine
it's just
Sense?
like a it's just part of my character.
You something about Slice just sets your senses on edge, and I'm sort of guessing that you're not in front of her. You're kind of a bit more behind, since she's kind of turned around facing her. Like something on the back of her neck just catches your awareness. It sort of seems quite bright.
Okay.
Did we resolve Beatrice's?
Yeah,
insight?
Beatrice. Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
Ah, right. You were calling for what the hell's going on with this whole interaction.
Yeah. But also, Greykov doesn't lie to me, so, really that should give me advantage.
With the 12 in like this argument, it's hard to pick up who's telling the truth and who's calling bullshit.
I just did an 18 on his last comment. For an
What was
insight
the last
check.
comment? Sorry, I got distracted trying to look up something.
What was your last comment? I don't remember. It was basically like he doesn't know what's happening to him.
Her. Thank you.
Sorry.
You can roll me a blind roll if you like. There, Sly?
A blind roll.
Yeah.
Oh, versus insight.
Yes, whichever you think is most appropriate.
Skew. There you go, DM.
It's as much as where's he gone? Nick has disappeared.
My plan was successful. I killed the fucking paladin.
No.
Well, when he comes back, I'll tell him the result. But yeah, carry on.
Listen, I went down there. I saw you were struggling with the cleaver. I wanted to bless you, to help you. I don't want to hurt you guys. You're my friends. You're the first friends I've had.
You've said one true thing this whole time, which is I was needing help to drop the cleaver. That's it. Beyond that, the rest is bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, by the way, I can't get rid of this thing. It's like welded to me.
Give me at least one more level and I could probably do something about that, but I swear on my god, this was not me!
So you were possessed or something?
Well, I did see his eyes. They weren't his eyes. Past. I mean,
Oh, there's Nick.
Who have you spoken to about my Lorna?
Me.
And the possession, the slave?
Me.
I've spoken
I
to
don't remember.
Beatrice about what I suspect might be going on, and I've told them the backstory, but I haven't clued in about what may be happening currently.
I kind of figured it out.
From what I have seen, the only saving grace here is that it was a weird cave. There were weird floating things above a weird void, and you started acting weird. Are you saying you were possessed by something, or something was making you do something that you wouldn't normally do, or you just an asshole?
I mean, yes, I'm an asshole, but I'm your guys' asshole. I might need to rephrase that in the future. But I wouldn't hurt you guys.
I was being told what to do, and I was following through with it. To my detriment.
I mean, Beatrice, I've told you that my suspicions. I mean, there was a time in my past, and I cast an exposition and explained my backstory.
Yes, I know, but given what I've... See. I don't know whether you know, but I'm very smart. And it's hard to pick up. Honestly.
I know that.
I never tell anyone
Brilliant.
ever. I mentioned to you very specifically, and I don't know whether you recall, in that night at the inn, that I don't think the presence inside you has completely left your personage. I said that to you directly. When you were trying to get me to sleep through again, and you kept going and saying weird things like there was something going on in your head. I don't know whether you were paying attention or not. But we've had this conversation.
What's with the red skin? Like, what part of that makes sense?
That's not me. That's my Lorna had red skin. I don't have
You're
red
not a
skin.
paladin. Do you perform exorcisms? Is that something you do? Do you know a guy?
I do ceremonies, but they don't really cure with much.
Yeah.
You could try splitting her head open and then see if that solves anything.
Hey, whoa, hey, okay. Come on, guys, come on. We've been through too much for you to split my head open over a little, you know, what's a little casual murder between friends?
Zane?
Listen.
Sorry, I was just going to resolve that insight check before you disappeared. Even with your 18, it was hard to pick up whether she was telling the truth or not so.
Listen, okay, I don't know if it was me or if it was my Lorna or if it might have been the Sugundis. I don't know.
What were you saying, Beatrice, about something hadn't left her? I'm sorry, I missed whatever.
Oh, you missed the exposition dump. Was that? She did cast it.
Is she an asshole or not?
Well, I don't know. If you think like her whole, think of it like a Neenish biscuit, right? And you really don't like chocolate, but the vanilla's okay. And then there's the whole biscuit. Our friend here Sly is the whole biscuit.
Are you calling Sly a tart?
A little bit.
Or a snack.
She could be both.
Well, just while you're sitting there at the...
It can be more than one thing.
While you're all standing at the front of this cave having this kind of conversation, the wind starts to pick up just gradually, and like the snow starts to also give way to a bit of rain and sleet, and it starts to get a bit sharp on your skin.
Is it at least washing the web off my back?
I guess my point being is that within her is both good and bad. Half of her you can trust, and the other half you cannot. And you might not be able to tell which half you're talking to. But the good half, it's not their fault. It's innocent. They might not know what they're doing.
Can this
The dicey heart seem to have dicey eyes.
Can the bad half be reasoned with and told to not be an asshole, or do we...
I think the bad half is a demon from the hell.
Sly, can I ask a question?
I pick up the cleaver again and I say, why don't we just split it down the half and then we can work out which half we keep?
I don't think that's
that idea. What was your question, Zane? I prefer a question over a cleaver.
What's the mark on your neck?
It's my Lorna's mark, the mark of the Sugundis.
Can you explain that to me a little bit further? Does she have control over you?
She did.
Still does.
But I was told, I was promised by Time Warner, my goddess, that it wouldn't. I was free.
Your goddess lied.
I didn't see a free man down there. I saw a man possessed eyes.
A woman possessed eyes.
Was there,
Yeah.
were there any buts in that sentence at all?
You have some freedom.
No, but I was fine. Like when I was down in the hells, and then I was fine. I was able to, and then once I came here, it was fine for the last 6 months, and then ever since I met you lot, and then I started doing things and getting a bit more powerful, it's just been. It feels like, I don't know, like there's mind goblins or something. I don't.
Can I get everyone to roll me a Constitution save, please?
He's trying to tell us
Sorry,
to go.
a constitution check.
While we're
Tobin
standing
Sagas?
here, I'll use Druidcraft and Mold Earth to build us a little bit of a very basic kind of C-shaped shelter to kind of get underneath.
20.
One. Con save.
Jorgen's con is messed up.
I rolled terrible.
3 for a natural 1. I rolled. DM.
All right, fantastic.
21 for a con save. Jorgen looks vigilant.
Yes.
Okay.
Jorgen's just freaked out. His mental constitution is shattered.
So the mold earth sort of semi wall type thing lowered the DC on that a little bit. And everyone who rolled less than a 10, you'll be taking. Look here.
What do I get? No.
Oh, look out! That's 2 points of cold damage. Now I do believe that I was donated 2d4 worth of damage.
To see everyone shivering, I hand out a few more carrots.
So you'll be taking an extra 4 points. So a total of 6 damage for those people who rolled less than a 10 in a con check.
I don't like you. Or your face.
Alright, Governor.
Is anyone in need of healing, or are you all okay-ish?
I'm alright.
I mean, like, I can talk how many? 6.
Well, let's
You
get out of this weather. I mean, there's already a shitty, weird cave here that we could hide in, or
we could wall off the cave. I don't know if my suggestions are welcome, but we could just wall off the cave and kind of have like a. We don't have to go inside of like to the floating platforms and stuff.
We're pretty close to the city. Can't we just walk to the next town?
But it's so frosty outside.
You're kind
You
of
just
walking.
like gave us.
You're walking away from all towns. You're now a day's hike away from the nearest town, which would be Lonelywood.
Can we dig a tunnel?
you can.
How does your mold earth work with
You can
digging tunnels?
You can dig a hole, like dig a snow hole.
I think I'd need a second person to use Mold Earth with me if we wanted to dig a tunnel.
A lot of molding
Otherwise,
of
it's
earth.
going to be like 5 feet at a time. And there's a lot of us, so it'd be like a very, very slow process to dig a tunnel.
It's 5 foot every 6 seconds.
It's pretty
We
good.
do the maths on that.
Better than a shovel. Better than 2 shovels.
Better than a team of doubles.
Well, yeah. How about if we go into the mouth of this cave and then block off the back and the front and
Sure.
do something like that?
It wise to get back in the cave if
We
it's
could
having an
block it in,
effect on
shut them down.
Sly.
Okay.
Well, what's the
If we
effect on
block
that?
off the. Go into the cave, but not all the way into the cave, like into the tunnel bit, but block off
And
the vast abyss.
You guys can always just leave me separate. You can go ahead, block me off, so that I can't.
Oh, I'm just going
If
to
you're
mold earth your
not
feet
worried
into
about
the
it.
ground so you can't.
Can I
do
get
any
everyone-
damage while we're
Oh.
sleeping.
Oh, while everyone's still chatting, we'll get everyone to roll me another Constitution check, please.
Jesus
If
Christ.
it's that bad, we'll get back in the cave.
Like it's pretty heavy now. It's freezing. It's sleet.
Alright,
There's snow.
13.
There's all sorts of shit going on.
Let's do it into the cave, team. Come on.
Into the cave.
Beatrice,
Nah. You want a bonfire?
I was gonna say, can we please
You
get
know
a
he just wants
bonfire?
us in there, right?
Beatrice, you'll take another 9
Guys,
points of
I
damage.
found these tracks. I found these tracks, and I'm hearing a choo-choo sound. So we should probably go into the cave right now.
Not the case at all. I actually rolled that blizzard on this random fucking table right here, so it wasn't
Nice.
What does Beatrice take?
9 points of damage.
9 from
If I don't get inside, I'm gonna die soon,
Sweet
guys.
Lord.
Can
How many hit
Can
points have
I-
you lost?
Well,
I
I
heal
lost 6 before and then 9 then, so I've got 12 left. So I
I'll
can't.
give you. I'll lay on hands. Give another 10.
I'm just going to turn around and walk inside. Fuck you guys. Enough of this.
I gave you 10
Alright.
hit points back. So.
Thank you.
As we go into the front of the cave, I'm going to mold earth a couple times and pull up a bit of a wall. And then if Beatrice were to light a bonfire, there'd be a little bit at the top for the smoke to exit, and a little hole in the corner for air to come in. So
Can
A
we
little-
short rest? This might allow us to use a few
Okay with short rest.
hit
Yeah.
dices.
As you
Sly,
make
I
your-
have a question.
Yeah.
Does your other, the occupant of you, do they know what you are doing all the time? Like, is there something that you can do to clearly identify yourself from this other thing? Like, you could walk around like this all the time, and if the other person doesn't know that, then they'll stop doing that, and they will be like, "Hey, you're bad."
I don't know. I honestly don't know. What they see, what they don't see. I mean, their motivations are very different to us mortals. Like, she wants, like all devils, she wants power and influence and everything to, like, puppet everything to dance to her whim. She doesn't.
I got a trick for you, Sly. If you have that sort of power to get people to do what they don't want to do, now that we're not standing near the edge, can you tell me to let go of this thing? Let's put this to use.
Are you sure? Do you trust me?
Well, everyone else is here. So if it goes sideways, I think it'll go sideways for you very quickly.
Can I command drop?
Oh, you can do that. You can do that too. Cool. Yeah, I trust you more.
How about you do that, and then
How much rope you got?
well, how about you tell him to drop it, and then I will quickly grab it and throw it over the edge.
No,
Maybe
don't
not
grab
grabbing
it.
would be the best. Yeah.
Get like a grappling hook.
Oh yeah, I don't want to touch it.
Don't touch it.
Maybe
That's
you
dumb.
can just tie a rope to it, maybe, and then tie a rope to like a rock. Toss the rock over.
I'll just mold earth it over the edge.
That too.
Well, I could tie this rope like a slip knot, and then put it around the top of it like this, and then when he drops it, I just run and it trails behind me, and then I
Need to make a wisdom saving throw, apparently.
Cool. I've had such success with those. Yeah, let's give it a whirl.
All right, rope.
I'm just telling you to
I
drop.
tie like a slip knot in the end, and then just kind of loop the other end through and make like a loop that self tightens on the end of the cleaver.
With
Or,
advantage or
independent.
disadvantage, DM? Because I'm giving
Wanting it
in
to happen?
to a command?
I'll tell you
you
what.
ought to fail if you're giving in, don't you?
Why don't we take a bit of a quick bio break there? We'll come back and resolve this tug of war situation.
It's mental tug of war.
All right, back in 10, folks. Welcome back.
I do, but I'm not.
All right, where we left it, I think who was about to cast command? No, it was Greykov and.
I can already cast a command.
You already did?
Greykov, you jack.
I can cast command again if we need to.
No.
And I can also
He
cast
trusted
Rime
me.
Binding on it.
So
Zane can do it.
which is happening first, though? Is someone trying to pull? Is Greykov trying to pull this cleaver out of your hand with a rope, or is Zane?
No, he's just using that so he doesn't have to touch it.
I'm just
If it hits the ground.
Okay.
So he's
All
tied
right.
the rope to it, and then I've commanded him to drop the weapon.
You have commanded him to drop, and you're
Yes.
I'm guessing willingly failing this check. Or so.
I am leaning into wanting to drop this, so yes. That would give me disadvantage on a wisdom check. If it's a check.
You've been commanded, and you're willingly failing it. You drop it. It hits
I
the
drop it.
I
ground.
carry my spool of rope with it dragging like 10 feet behind me down the tunnel.
I can't be trusted near that thing. But Zane, can you go with him?
Yeah, okay.
Jorgen, you immediately stand up and follow.
I'm running. I'm gonna run really fast.
You're like,
Shit.
Ooh, do I have long strider? Do you want some long strider?
Too late. I'm running.
Alright, Slide.
Well, yeah,
Tell me to
you
stop.
got
Tell me to
90
stop. Tell me to stop. Tell me to stop.
command halt.
Command stop. Halt. So we both burn a spell slot to make him stop.
Shit.
Because we both.
Well, hang on. He's also
I'll
got
take-
hold person.
No,
I'm assuming.
not whole person,
Sorry, I'm
just hold.
Paladin made a gaming.
okay.
Yeah. No. I've
You-
got halt,
See that later.
and so does he. So I can halt him as well. So we
You're-
can both halt at the same time. One of us can burn a spell slot.
You come skidding to a halt halfway down this tunnel. Jorgen, you carry on. What's your plan with that sword? Not Jorgen, sorry, Greykov.
Great call.
Yeah. No, I'm dashing. So like 70 feet per turn. I'm just like running down the tunnel,
Greykov,
dragging
use
this
it.
thing behind me. Because I'm concerned. Yeah, he'll probably want it back or yeah.
And what's the plan? You're gonna just yeet it into the void?
Yeah, I'll just kind of like. Hopefully, it has enough momentum dragging on the ground that I just sort of stop and step aside and it goes in. But otherwise, I'll give it a bit of a.
Give me a strength check.
Does it have to be strength?
Athletics
Just
check,
straight
athletics
strength.
Athletics check.
That's not terrible. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Nailed it. 18.
Well,
you
Well,
get there,
for
and
yeet.
once you get to the edge of the thing, you give it one almighty tug on this rope, and this cleaver gets skidding across the rocky ground before it goes flying into the void underneath all those floating platforms. You watch it sail into the darkness. You hear it.
Gonna drop the rope and watch it go. Because I think I've got like 60 feet of rope. Yeah, so I'll be able to tell how deep it is too. If it's less than 60.
It drops. It goes over the edge, sort of drops towards the middle of this cavern, and silence. Nothing but silence, or the whoosh of the rope fizzling into the distance.
Is
Greykov is
Greykov
done.
right next to the edge of the
Yeah.
chasm?
Make a wisdom save, Sly.
What?
I still have Divine Sense, so if he changes or anything, I'll know.
No, remember natural 20. Natural 20. I'm good. I'm good.
You're good. The thing goes flying off. Jorgen, you can feel like this overwhelming feeling to like you need to have it, even though you cannot move, and it reaches a point where all that tension just seems to just disappear.
I was about to ask Tolman to throw up a wall. I was going to get Greykov. I suddenly, it occurred to me the consequence that I might actually go chasing that thing off the cliff. So I was about
Well,
to
you might
command
then.
Grakov
Don't give the TM ideas.
Oh,
gets
that's
his way
considered.
back. Grakov, get back here! And then
I'll step back from the edge and head back to the tunnel where everyone else is.
Tolbin, seal that off. Seal it.
I mold earth and seal it off.
Whilst we rest here, probably for the night or whatever, Tolbin, I'm a little bit worried about what's been happening. Can you just restrain me?
This mold earth is really getting run. I will mold earth up to like his knees, so that he can't do anything.
As I'm being molded earth, I also look at Beatrice and I'm like, don't get any kinky ideas. And succumb
Would
to
never.
it.
Okay, so it's about mid-afternoon now. Are you planning to spend the evening here and then kick on in the morning, or just short rest and kick on?
Short rest and
It's
kick
a
on.
blizzard, right? Has
We
it
wait till the
eased?
blizzard blows over, right?
Which of us?
This little maneuver is going to cost us 7.5 years.
DM, which of us between Zane and I actually burned the spell slot for the command to halt Jorgen?
Whoever got to it first. I think Zane got to it first.
Okay.
Okay.
No, let Sly burn another command slot.
That's
Okay.
alright.
So short rest. As you sort of hang around and sort of rest and recover in the space for an hour or so, you can roll any hit dice if you need to.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
And
Blizzard eased?
I will.
Do you want to roll?
One.
sort of, peeking through the gap where you can get air in and out, it looks like the storm has eased off to a degree, yes.
I'll spend our short rest. I'm gonna pray to Timora.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, blessed mother, you promised me.
I don't know. Has it?
You told me that I was free from the corruption, but I'm not. Are you there? I need guidance. But what do I do?
You feel
Yep.
this warmer breeze, warmer than you've felt in a long while, sort of blow up through from the inside of the cave and out towards, just getting its way out through the top of across the top of the fire and out to the outside.
Does it smell sulfurous?
It doesn't. It smells sweet. But it
I need.
Full.
I need you. I almost killed my friend. I'm whispering this to myself as I'm praying, holding my my amulet. You weren't there for me. You let her take control. Where are you?
You feel at that last statement, like, where are you? You just feel an extra amount of warmth, like an unnatural amount of warmth, just in the thing you're holding right now. Like it's not regular skin warmth, it feels much warmer than that.
I look down at it,
It looks normal.
unsure. Unsure, I just tuck it back and I'll just sit down and wait for everyone to finish their short rest.
Oi, are you hoarding hand warmers? It's fucking freezing. Like, can we all have a turn?
I was farting.
Your hands? That's that
And
would work.
I had some bell peppers for dinner. It was playing havoc with my guts.
It's a confined space, man. I mean, woman. I think we've all got it wrong tonight.
So,
Everyone has. Yeah.
as you finish up your long rest and you exit out the front of this cave again. Short rest. You pick up on the direction you were heading westward towards the coast. And it takes some time, and it's just as night is beginning to fall proper, that off in the distance, the sea of moving ice stretches out before you. A featureless, frozen desert. Ahead, the smooth white surface is interrupted by a towering ship, its exterior covered in frost.
Should we look at maybe making camp for the night? Make sure we go in all guns are blazing on the morrow.
What time was it again?
It's approaching like 7:30-ish.
At night.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd be tempted
probably
to
a good
scrap it
idea.
out at night.
So
I mean,
are you approaching the ship? Sorry.
and should we also make sure that we split into pairs so that if anything happens, someone can communicate with the others? I totally forgot that I have a thing where I can talk into people's brains.
Dang.
You've
This
been
crystal.
doing that successfully.
But I mean, like, we want to, make sure that no one goes in alone, or maybe parties of 3, so that if anything does happen, they can alert the others.
Yeah, maybe we should up the watch. Assuming that we long rest.
I made for when we're in there. I mean, like, with 2 people per watch, or 1 trusted person. Like, we should be fine. I mean, I'm not going to kill anyone, and I'm sure Zane won't either, right?
Well, Beatrice and I only need 4 hours or so,
That is correct.
so we can go in opposite shifts, and that'll cover us. But if anyone else wants to sit in, that'll work.
As you begin to approach the ship, as you draw nearer and nearer,
So DM, just not getting directly on the ship or like really getting close. At this stage, I'd say that we're keeping our distance and
okay, good to know.
like I'd say look for any lights that come out at night. That kind
Okay,
of thing.
gotcha. I wasn't sure if you're about to walk straight onto it or whatever.
It's like,
No,
it's like
not-
scoping out whether it's inhabited or not, and I don't mean lights like the ghost light lamp walker things.
Okay.
Ship in the ice, man. I don't think anyone's going to be living on board.
It's still the best shelter that's around.
Yeah. Key word there is living.
Yes.
Do I detect any undead on board?
Bowen rolled a 19 for perception check.
Is that a roll, or is it just your thing? Detect undead?
It's a detect thing. It's just not going to have.
And
How,
Tolvan's thing is a roll.
yeah, but what's the range on your thing, Zane?
60 feet.
Would you guys say you're within 60 feet?
Boy, by now.
Probably, yeah. No. You don't detect anything on your radar that comes across as undead.
Well, I don't really detect any undead or fiend or celestial or anything on there. So
Anything that looks like recent activity.
With a perception check from Tolban. The snow is thick. It covers up any kind of tracks that would have existed anywhere in the snow very quickly. You don't
Alright,
detect
well-
anything from that distance.
Tolvan, is it safe to hunker down for the night before we go on? For
I mean,
some reason, all my spell slots are gone.
I cast Detect Magic DM 30 feet from me. Does anything come up on my Detect Magic?
Would you say the ship is within 30 feet from you?
The ship is in 60 feet, but if nothing comes up, I'll wander closer.
Nothing comes up.
So I
in your
get to
30
within
feet from it.
30.
Yeah, so as you approach it, detect magic. Yeah. You do detect the faintest hint of some kind of magical things buried in like the center hull of the ship.
There looks like there's something in the middle that's magical, but I mean, nothing dancing around on the deck, doesn't seem anything dicey that I can see. I reckon we just pull back a little bit, build some sort of shelter, and get a kip.
While
You guys got
everyone's
your swags.
while everyone's doing all this cool magic stuff, I'm gonna look at it really hard
You see
and
everything.
see if I
Very
can
intense.
see
Look, the flip
anything
side of this
unusual,
is
any movement, any life, any threat.
I'll
That
give
is a
You just catch like
Oh,
this
oh.
big gust of snow hit right in your eyes. You're trying to glare like intently, and yeah,
So
no, nothing.
we've got two options. I think it's either bunker down outside and be paranoid about what's inside, or based on what we're seeing being pretty much no activity, go inside. In which case, this is probably the best shelter around.
It's probably
I
bad.
somewhat agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty easy
You.
either way.
I
You don't
agree
get a
with
say.
DM. DM, I'm going to do something I haven't done before.
Because the cat
You.
doesn't like the tiefling anymore. That's funny.
I'm going to use one of my wild shape abilities and actually get a I'm going to get a familiar, use cast familiar, find familiar as part of my wild shape capabilities,
Yep.
and I want to pull out like just a small spider and send it off to go and investigate what's happening at the, and just have a look around
Okay.
before we go onto the ship.
And how does that work? You can see through its eyes, or it's got to come back and report back, or what?
Really good question.
You can
I think
see
you can
through
see
it
through
with
its eyes. Yeah.
but you can't see through your own while you're doing it.
Sure.
You really like spiders, eh, Tolden?
Got a
They
theme for
clean
people
up a lot
who
of things. Very helpful.
And they're very successful creatures. They're-
Especially getting rid of flies.
They've got people from dying and stuff.
So
Yeah, I prefer it over the direwolf format right now. That spider has saved our bacon a couple of times.
would you take on all the spider's senses, or just vision?
Yeah, just vision.
Just vision?
I think-
I think it's
Is it-
just, it's fine familiar, and I think it's just vision.
Okay.
I just from my time watching Critical Role,
It's
I
also
believe it's you can hear and maybe
smell.
sense like with smell, but you can feel like so if someone taps you on the shoulder like Bo would to
yeah.
Caleb,
Yeah.
he would be able to be like come out of it.
Is a spider the best and only option? What else you got?
I'm happy to go on board.
Well, I could send over a bird, just fly a bird.
What
over
if
there. An owl.
what if
owl
Zane
called Spider.
takes the spider over and yeets it into the thing? Like,
You just
I
start
mean-
walking over, Zane?
Yeah.
Bird gives you an aerial view and can fly inside.
Or what's happening with
How
this?
far away is the
can
party
be
from
within
me?
100 feet of me, and I'm just going to fly a bird over to it and just send it in just ahead of Zane to make sure that he's not working.
what
Okay.
does the
Trap.
bird look like?
It's an owl called Spider, and it looks like Hedwig.
Fuck yeah.
How
Sometimes
close
people
am I to the
want
boat? How
nothing
far
to
away
do
is the
with
party
it.
from me?
I'd imagine that even when I told them I had to get close enough to detect magic,
Or at least 30 feet away.
yeah, they're getting to about 30 feet away, yeah. You're getting within about 20 feet of the ship now. And you
I'll
see
keep
this
moving.
this owl goes flying overhead. As you draw closer, you hear a loud thumping and creaking from coming inside the hole, followed by the guttural snarls of some creature. Perhaps the ship isn't as abandoned as you all thought.
But they looked really hard at it.
I'll get it to fly back and just like flap in front of Zane like a stop, and then I'll get it to come back to me.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll let him know there's something in there, Zane. Something's going on in there. There's some, I don't know, dog or something. I don't know. There's something dicey that's in there taking cover as well.
Well, it's not undead.
Just be wary.
Too easy.
And you don't have to kill it if it's if it's not undead. It's just scared. You don't have to kill it.
It's true. Well, we won't know if we don't get on board. And
let's go check it out.
Are we gonna go take this thing on now, or are we gonna rest before we do that? Oh boy.
We'll be alright. Surely.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, we'll take up the rear.
So as you're
cover our sixes.
Or at least what, 20 feet in front of everyone.
You are.
Yeah.
You're getting
There's
closer
no
to
way
the
you're
ship.
coming from behind. You out the front.
Getting closer to this ship.
No, I'm
it's like,
squishy.
it's like parked itself, wedged in this like floating ice, which seems to have pushed it onto this unnatural kind of slant. It almost looks like it's run aground but being pushed aground at the same time by this ice.
Once I reach the ship, I'm just go.
Quietly.
No one's around me. I'm gonna say, I can't believe I'm back here.
It's
and
interesting.
I'm gonna slowly climb my way, make my way up the ladder.
I'll as we approach, I don't hear what he says, and I'd shout out, "Guys, go quietly!"
So Zane, it's interesting is that you just, while no one else really picks up on it unless they wanted to have a go, you just make a beeline for where you know there was a rope hanging off the edge.
My passive perception is a 19 DM, so
you would sort of look. To you, you've just seen Zane walk straight towards the ship and grab a rope. How you interpret
I like
that
his
is up to your character.
Alvin follows him.
Hey guys, we can make our way up here.
Make my way.
You're climbing up.
Let's go.
Up to the main deck, and here the wooden boards on the main deck are cracked from frost. A large hole in the deck exposes a part of the hold to the sky. The planks around the hole are marred with deep grooves as if heavy claws had dug into them.
Do we recognise what this?
Definitely pulling out my
could
warhammer
be,
just in
or-
case.
Are we all on the ship?
I'm assuming we're all making our way up.
I'm assuming I had no choice with Jorgen fucking watching me. Am I wrong?
I'd wait for everyone to get up before I start exploring.
I'm on the ship and I'm just, like checking out what the claw marks are.
So on the main deck, like
You're on the main
top?
deck. You'll be on the main deck as
think-
soon as the map loads.
You're on.
I think it's the
Can I look
The
down
poop deck.
into the void?
poop deck, right?
What is
The
going
poop
on?
deck?
Can I pull out a coin, a gold coin, and then cast locate object? And will it hypothetically show me all of the gold coins in the general representation?
No, you have to be looking for one particular thing.
But I want to look for all
Oh
of them.
no, my map isn't loading. We'll come back
You
to
have
that.
to take it
another
up
day.
with the person who made up
Wrote
D&D.
D&D.
What's
Dude,
his
who made up D&D?
Yeah.
Was
Gary
cheating on it?
Gygax, you dead motherfucker! Where are you? Get out of here, you fucking coward!
Wow. Gygax climbed
Okay, so who's doing what? So you managed to all climb up to this main deck. Sly, you were looking at these claw marks, were you?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what could have caused them, and
Okay, give me a survival check, please.
I'm just looking into
Guidance.
the hole, basically.
I will guide myself as well with a
Need
D4. So that gives me a 12.
looking around, you come to the conclusion that whatever made these claw marks was made by one enormous creature.
Whatever made these claw marks was made by one enormous creature. That's out of the party.
Oh, it's only one.
Sounds obvious.
Not two?
One.
Definitely one. And
How sure are you?
There's some good
Well-
senses you have there.
Hey, Jorgen, can you put your claws in here, see if they match?
I'm just gonna back
Yeah,
up
it's like
into like
massive.
a corner of the map when we have it.
It won't load today. It'll load next week.
I was backing up.
Apparently.
I'm like, I want everyone else in front of me because I don't know where this thing's gonna pop out from.
Does a claw mark, they look fresh.
Do they look fresh? You can give me
There's
some
definitely
other
something
stuff.
in the ship. We know that.
Yeah. Why don't the tanky people go deal with the thing, and then we don't have to all risk our necks.
Look.
I mean, myself and Beatrice aren't the most proficient when it comes to the armor of things.
Time to get proficient.
Why don't we just look at this? Look, the tanky blokes up the front.
I got tattoo
Sounds
armor
good.
now.
We'll just do that.
The squishy people at the back. It's a limited space. If you stand behind us, we should be able to do like a, full blanks or something and protect
We'll
you.
figure it out. Let's just go.
With your perception check to look into the hole there, Zane, it's hard to tell. Like, you don't see much apart from a pile of snow at the bottom of it. But it goes through the first deck and the second deck too.
Sorry. Tolman? I mean, can your fine familiar just scout the boat?
Can. My bird, I can just have the
Why do we
owl
not?
called Spider.
Let's not go jumping in any holes or anything
Jump
like
in
that.
any
Let's
holes
just
and
see what we're
owls
dealing
are flying silent flyers.
Let me just give you the lay of the land
I
where you
find
are.
with I find jumping in holes without first doing a proper thorough investigation can lead to negative consequences. So
Which extra traps these days?
So where you are on
What do
this
you do with a
deck,
familiar?
you've seen this hole goes at the main deck. There's also stairs up to the forecastle. So many shipping terms. There's stairs up to the
Rear castle?
aft castle.
Quarterdeck.
Aft.
Aft
what about the poop deck? What's happening on the poop deck?
Poop
Are we
deck
on the-
is behind, like, up above the quarterdeck. And it's like if there's a little room on the back of the quarterdeck, then that on top of that is the poop deck.
Okay, so what's happening on the poop deck?
I don't know. There's no poop room in
Jorgen
here.
drops trowel and says, "This is the poop deck."
And there's also stairs you climb down to the lower deck. To the cabin.
Are we on the port side or the aft side?
Aft, probably.
If I know anything about ships, which I don't, the treasure is usually kept in the hold.
Or Captain's
Treasure was
hold.
in the foodie.
Jez, my fine detect magic would still be up, so I'm gonna send the owl towards the magic things that I can see.
Okay. Okay, so you send your owl out. It goes flying straight down the hole.
Yep.
In a hole in the middle of the ship.
Yep.
And then...
Is anyone thinking dragon and that the session is about to end in a second once the big reveal is going to happen? I get that sensation.
Your owl flies silently down through the cabin deck and into the hole. And then you see through its eyes a massive ice troll just banging around in frustration.
Guys, team.
Yeah, what is it?
Shh. There's a slight ice troll downstairs. It's got the shits.
The
Like
diarrhea.
Like it is shooting us.
Maybe it found the poop deck.
It's just not happy.
Do
It's,
do you
think he's trying to
remember
get
when I
out?
said?
remember when I
do you
said
remember
ice
when I-
troll?
Do you remember when I said we should have a long rest before we dealt with this?
No.
We still can. There's enough room in the boat.
No,
Well,
no,
I
let's
mean,
spend
we-
all of
you say-
ourselves trying to make people die.
You say
Why don't
you said it's banging around. What's it doing?
What's it angry about?
It can't get out. Probably.
It's falling and it can't get out.
If the owl is
Maybe
still
let
there
it
looking
out.
around,
Owl is dark vision, and just stand there having a look around.
it's
Why don't
where the fuck is it? That when the owl flies around, it sees it. It would generally be underneath the aft of the ship.
Mhm.
And you can see that this ice troll is like banging out and trying to claw at a door in that area.
I mean, we
Okay.
could lure it into a trap or a surprise round.
Oh,
I've
we've
heard
still
it
got this
said-
hunting.
It looks like it's trying to get into one room in particular. There's some door down there that's frustrating.
We've
There
got
must be something awesome in there.
Yeah, I'm
that
gonna roll
mean-
stealth for the owl so you can get close and get more information. Like, if it can get close and be stealthy.
Change it to like something smaller, like a centipede or something like that.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Jorgen?
we could lay those bear traps down.
Yeah,
I like
that was
that idea.
what I was thinking. Could lay a trap
That
or
was
two,
a-
and then get it to follow us, and then we ambush it.
The owl rolled a 17 for stealth.
I mean, it's a silent owl, and the darkness of the growing night and it being under a few layers of things, it finds a perch on there and makes not a sound, just observes this troll. This troll
Not
is-
like a reminiscent of our friend from earlier. You know, the one without.
Is there any cracks in the floorboards above us, like the ship deck above us, where we can see down through to see the troll?
There is a big hole in the top deck, in the main deck, in the cabin deck, but you can't see the troll from that angle. It's just not visible.
Could we infer that it is actually trapped?
Little bit.
As in, it can't get out?
Make an insight check.
Guidance.
I think it's gonna be too hard to tell, right?
Yeah, I'm not inciting it. I'm sort of
Or survival.
getting a lay of the ship to go
I'll give you some
based on
guidance.
the size of this thing. Like, is it basically just it's fallen in a hole and it can't get
Trying
out?
to pull on a push door. That's the main drama.
Hard to tell. I mean, you haven't seen it. You can only go on from what Tolban's relaying. Hard to tell.
Well, why don't we lay a trap for it, get it to come out to us, and then we can just like pepper it from up here with all of our spells and stuff.
How do we get it up here though?
We can do that. Do you want to do it now, or do anyone need to sleep, or what's going on?
I mean, I wouldn't mind asleep. It
You'll be able to
gives me-
sleep with that thing banging?
I mean, I've fallen asleep to a lot of banging in my life, or especially after banging.
Emma.
Is there somewhere on the forecastle or the aft castle
Mm-hmm.
could we hole ourselves up and like basically are there rooms, captain's quarters or something like that that would be safer than and more pleasant than being on the ice
Well,
in the wilderness?
the forecastle and the aft castle are the outdoor areas, so they're just the raised decks at the front and back of the ship, so you're not going to find any cover there. But there are stairs in the middle of the main deck, heading down to the cabin deck.
Do we,
Just trying to find
Great
if there's-
golf. I thought you were supposed to be stealthy.
Yeah, failed that stealth check.
Only us.
Is there an area on the ship that we could basically barricade ourselves in without with a lesser risk of being ice trolled,
Nice troll.
trolled by the DM?
There is a dinghy on board, but it's not big enough for the six of you.
Let's
No, look, I was
get off
thinking
the
like
sh-
captain's the doors that you could enter.
Nothing,
And,
no doors on the top deck.
Let's get off the ship. We know where we need to keep an eye on, have a long rest. We all replenish ourselves, and then we can take on this thing if it's still here in the morning. Or we've got people who are on watch who can, make sure this thing doesn't come for us again.
I'm just not that keen on having like a fire or something like that.
I mean,
We could just go down one deck. It's down 2 decks, so we should be.
let's be very quiet about it.
If we're quiet, it will probably be okay.
I can do pass without a trace. Alright, I'll if we're gonna if we decide to stealth down to the next level, I can cast pass without a trace to give everyone a +10 to their stealth, and I will give Zane Blessing of the Trickstar to give him advantage, which will be a straight roll because I know he's got plate armor.
Thank you.
Is this the plan?
That's the plan. Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
You guys want to get the rest? This is the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the map as well, finally. If you guys want to see what the fuck is going on.
Yes, please.
Bloody time, Jezza.
Sorry, guys. Fuck.
This theater of the mind.
They're very neat.
We're rolling stealth.
Yeah, stealth. I got a 16 for myself. That's with the +10.
I got a 15. Thanks to Dan.
Oh, Tobin rolls a 32 on stealth.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
20. Tobin phases out for a second. No one can find him.
Yoga rolls a 33.
Robin.
Can anybody see this map, or is it just black?
Black
It's black at the moment.
Sweet. I love it.
Gotta
That's
give
a
us
really,
the vision.
really cool map.
The vision.
Yeah, but everything's
See
going
it.
to get shown. You should have vision.
Look at me.
Someone
Yes.
got a 30 something. Over 35. Alright, I'll just say to everyone, let's bunker down for the night. I will say, Beatrice, will you take first watch with me?
Oh god, sure. This is gonna be about you trying to kill our cat friend, isn't it?
Slide just looks a little bit sheepish.
Yeah, I thought so.
No, I have a plan.
Girl talk.
Hey, I have a plan for tonight. I don't know if it's the best plan.
Oh lord. If we have to preface a discussion with "I don't know if it's the best plan," then yes, I think we better have a discussion because it's probably not going to be.
Well, you're a lot smarter than I am, and you're brilliant and everything. And I just want to make sure that I don't make any mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out and contact my Lorna and tell her to back the fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. That.
Or at least find out what she wants so she stops fucking with us.
And what happens then if you try and re-establish this link and you are utterly possessed, bereft of your senses permanently, and left a slave to her entirely?
Can you dispel?
I don't know. Is it in my spellbook? Hold, please. I probably have it as a spell. I don't know.
I just get all I hear is like she holds her finger up to her head. I just hear the whole.
I just get out of. I literally get out my spellbook. I'm like,
Dispel magic?
no, I don't think so.
Sounds like you're gonna need something stronger than that.
If anything goes wrong, you can subdue me. If anything goes wrong.
If anything goes wrong, I'll be like, I'll set the cat on you. No, that's probably a bad idea. He'll probably kill you. No, I think you need to have a more solid plan before you attempt this, because there's no conditionals. It's like, oh, if it goes to shit, then someone will fix my problems for me, and that's not good enough. we need to go, all right, my Lorna is a piece of work, probably a piece of shit, but a very powerful one at that. And we need to look at this a little bit more pragmatically, going, I can't just have Beatrice here to save you, because what if I die? What if she kills me?
No, it's... I mean, you're pretty powerful. I don't think she'll be able to kill you.
I have 27 hit points. I'm not that powerful. You're very close. The reality of this situation is that if you are choosing to do this, this is not your decision alone, because you are here and your actions affect all of us. This is something that all of us should be here to back you up on. You have traveled with us for a whole 2 weeks now.
Less
He counted.
No, that was from the beginning.
Oh, that's from the beginning. You've been with us a whole week now, and I've grown to tolerate you. I'm sure the others have as well. And I don't tolerate a lot of people. Well, obviously not the cat now that you almost shoved him over the edge, but I'm sure he'll come around.
Wasn't me. Again, wasn't me.
Yes. I know, but it wasn't you, but you don't get to make that choice for everyone else, because if you are making that choice for all of us, you are not one of us. You are on your own.
I did it in the cave. It wasn't me. I tried to push him off. It wasn't me.
No, you're right. You're right. I don't want to be like my father, who made his decisions for everyone because he thought he knew everything, and
these subtle facial expressions across my screen. You're like, oh.
No, you're right. I have to be really careful. I mean, again, all I can ask is just watch me. Don't let me be alone with anyone else. I don't want what happened today to almost happen today to happen to anyone else. I don't want to hurt you. You guys are my friends, and
so what we need then is, upon the morning waking, I think we need a house meeting. We have some ground rules, and we spread out all of the dirty laundry for everyone and set the facts of the matter straight.
Yeah, I don't think my casting of exposition worked the best for everyone.
No, I think I can give cliff notes. That's fine. And then everyone will be on the page, and we will make a plan. And there will be a consensus.
And then we fuck up the ice troll.
Yes. Sure.
Are you guys camping on the ship or on the ice?
I don't want to camp on the ice. It's cold.
The theory was
down one
when
level.
we saw
Can we just fuck up the troll? Are we really? Do we really need another rest? We've had like 3 or 4 rests. Can we just fuck up the troll?
All I'll say to Beatrice is, like, you know, all that bane from the troll kind of, you know, makes me think about potential other banging that could occur. If,
yes,
you know,
but
cold tonight.
When someone is passionate about particular actions, they might lose control of themselves, and I don't want a dagger in my back this night.
Oh no, I can definitely put them in the safe over there.
Yeah, keep trying. Keep trying.
Keep it up.
It's like, can I see the troll from where I am? Just FYI.
No.
I have a
Beatrice
bead of force I want to throw at it.
Okay, so
Weighing
what's
up
the
her
plan?
options.
Carry
Well, it's just
on?
like if I bed down and I get like thrown down to the troll, or like, you know, it turns bad. It's not worth the risk for me.
No, I'll just say, okay. Well,
You
know.
Just because you're feeling uncomfortable and you're feeling afraid doesn't mean you need to fuck your fear away. You can exist as a human being, or like a humanoid being, and be vulnerable, and that's okay.
Oh shit! Hang on, I must correct some things that I've seen here. My bad.
I'm not against that. I just think, you know, it's a cold night. It doesn't have to be anything more than what it is.
I know, but you know what? Anytime you get close to someone emotionally, you try and subvert that with sex.
Fuck his way
How
out of
many
it.
friends do you have, Sly?
5.
Is that including our party? Is that our party members?
Yeah, I like to think so.
Yeah. I know, but how many of them consider, like, is it a deep, true, meaningful friendship? Is it reciprocated? Would they give their lives for you? Or is it, we get along?
I mean, with what happened this morning, you all didn't kill me immediately. I like to think that that means that you all care about me at least, so it's the basis. I know Jorgen looks like currently he's kicking in his sleep like he's disemboweling me, but I know that, I mean...
Like he's standing right behind you with his ass going...
Yeah.
Sharpening it.
I mean, if you all didn't want me, didn't somewhat at least trust me, I'd be out. I'd be dead. I would have been thrown down the abyss.
I don't know. Grekov's gotten a little bit tame.
Us, no one.
He's a...
I don't know. I think maybe you're making some assumptions there that might not necessarily be based on fact. Maybe it's we're not as cold-blooded, cutthroat, nasty humanoid creatures as some of the others you might have encountered. I don't think that everyone would go straight to murder had something happened, and they had already been warned that something was up with you.
Well, yeah, like I know you're all probably some of the better people. Maybe not the best, but like the better people that I've met since I've been back on the mortal realm. And I mean, you're pretty good, and I think you underestimate, Greykov. I think if you stop negging him, he might actually be able to flourish.
Oh no, you don't know Greykov like I know Greykov.
Is that why you have?
Sorry. Carry on. Sorry.
Is that why that slip of paper that you found had your name on it from his friends?
Oh no, that was unrelated. I think.
Does he know that?
Oh no, he knows about that. I think you know about that. Told you about that. Paper? Yeah, I told him about that.
That's good. He
Do you remember when those the lady with the hat came to come and like cut your throats and there was that like your name on that paper, and I didn't tell people, and then I like told you I think in a tavern, in like a bedroom. I was like, oh no, this is a thing. Hey, look, this is my problem too. Yeah, we did that. Yeah.
Well,
Sure did.
That's good. Like, I mean, I think this party is capable of great things. I mean, it's why I'm with you guys still and haven't gone off on my own. You know, I've got my own things going on, but so does everyone else. But I think together we can work through everything, and we can, make Icewind Dale a little bit better for everyone else. Especially getting rid of this fucking Frostmaiden who is just like, Snow, I'm pissed off.
Do you ever think your naivety will be your undoing?
Hasn't been so far. And I prefer to be naive rather than thinking that I know what's best for everyone else around me.
But you were about to make that decision for everyone else until
No.
I pointed it out. You thought you knew better.
That's why I talk to you. A true narcissist or sociopath will decide for everyone else.
Oh, but
That's
I
what
didn't
my father was like.
sociopath or narcissist. I said naive.
Yeah, but if you ever knew anything about my father, he was not a good man. Well, it could be when surrounded by the right people, but he wouldn't. He would just make decisions on his own, and split second, done. That's the decision. That's what he's going with. Doesn't matter how it affects the people that are around him. He could run off in the middle of a crowd after doing a job, and have to be reined in by those around him. I mean, he might have seemed like he would, change his ways, but he didn't. He was the same till the end, and that's probably what ended him. It's probably why, he wasn't around when I was growing up.
This does explain a lot about why you are the way you are. In fears of, true intimacy, vulnerability.
Yeah,
abandonment, even. Putting on a brave face. Striving for camaraderie, a greater good. You've had so much hurt and seen so much evil done.
Well, yeah, I mean, we know right from wrong. Inherently, we all know right from wrong, depending on how we're raised and stuff like that. And, if we rely on one another to ensure that the cycle doesn't continue, or that if we make mistakes, that our friends pull us up on it and help us through those mistakes. Like, no person is an island. We're all part of this strange hodgepodge flat disc that is Faerun.
Interesting.
So I need to clarify one or two things about where you are and what you can see. You can, in fact...
Well, what we can see is definitely not the curvature of the Earth, because Faerun is a flat disc.
Indeed.
There's a level on this boat.
There is level on this boat. Okay, so yes, you're on the main deck. There is a forecast on Aftcastle, but you can see spaces like doors that lead underneath each of those areas. Those people who cannot see right now don't have dark vision, I don't think. The three humans.
I see anything black.
I have dark vision. I have dark vision.
You should be able to see stuff.
Can we?
I see grey.
That's fine, because everything's nighttime.
Torch.
Can we? What's the word I'm looking
You can.
for?
So, Nick, you can light a torch by right-clicking on your guy, and you should see a little torch icon.
See now.
My God.
I can see. That damn light.
Not too much light.
Okay. All behind me.
I'm trying to think of the word, but can we say that this conversation happened behind closed doors?
Yeah, if you guys want to move into a space, then yes. If Zane
the assumption is that we got out of the coal.
Yes, I'm opening this door down here.
Yeah.
There's a bit squishy in here, but we can fit.
Yeah, you have...
Shotgun!
Okay.
Oh, rude.
Alright.
I druid carve myself a small pillow, lay down.
We can spoon Zane
in
your plate armor.
The Aftcastle here is taken up by one spacious cabin. Frost covers every surface and furnishing. A human corpse is slumped against the portside wall, its left arm draped across part of a heavy chest that's tucked in an alcove under a staircase. The skeleton wears a jacket and a wide-brimmed hat that hides most of its skull. Under its right arm is a captain's journal. The floor is strewn with empty wine bottles. And folks, we might wrap up our session there and pick up from there next week.
Nice!
I'm sorry that I got confused with what the hell the ship was structured like.
I really want that big hat.
Yeah, I'm getting a hat collection. I need hat boxes.
There's been a few hats in this game. What have we got? We got the wide, Carmen Sandiego hat.
Yeah.
What other hat was there? Is Beatrice still wearing that massive hat?
Yeah, I am. Fuck yeah.
Did she ever say that she was taking it off?
Sorry?
I have this giant, fabulous Carmen Sandiego hat, and I'm followed by 10 ducks.
I just want to be Beatrice. Seriously.
Do you have like do you have like idiot string for your big hat?
I don't know, but I think I need a portrait done. Me with my Carmen Sandiego hat. This grimoire and 10 ducks following me.
Do Beatrice and I get through our first watch, or
if you guys were having a long rest and that was part of the conversation for your first watch, yes, both give me a perception check.
Do it for me, husband.
I will give guidance to Beatrice.
Hooray!
Do we have to roll for troll?
I rolled a 19.
18. Yeah, I mean, you both are very much aware of the banging and screaming and like growling going on pretty much underneath where you are, but you don't see anything else going on.
Did they keep their voices down?
You all rolled pretty good stealth checks, so yeah, it was a quiet conversation.
All I'll say is, as we wake up the next party to get up and do the watch, I will, as Beatrice lays down to bed, I will use my thaumaturgy to have the smell of old books permeate where Beatrice is sleeping.
Aww.
To help her get to sleep.
My favorite smell. Knowledge.
I thought burning was your favourite smell.
Like 2 things.
Take a favorite.
Typical like 2 things, gosh.
Got it. Burning old books.
All right, let's wrap it up there, and we'll pick it up again next week, I think. We've been. No one died. Very close. We've been raising money for Starlight Children's Foundation this August. Don't forget, you can always donate. Donations can help the players or hinder the players, but it's always going to help some sick kids in need. So help us help sick kids in need. Donate to Starlight via our Tildify page, now in the Twitch chat. What else? So thanks so much for sticking with us, of course. If you missed anything, our VOD will be available after we finish up the broadcast and over on our YouTube channel next week. If you like the kind of chaos we sow, be sure to hit that follow button and subscribe. We love to see those little numbers tick up, and we appreciate every single one of you. You can also find us on Patreon, where we post one-shots and insights into our campaigns and streams. And check out our podcasts, available on Spotify and everywhere you find good podcasts. As always, we love your feedback. Drop us a comment, or why not join our Discord and roll with the Raging Rolls. With that, folks, we'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Well, we made it. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to follow and subscribe. And if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like this video, hit the notification bell to ensure you never miss any of our VODs, and subscribe as well so we can continue to produce quality content. Now, a special prize for all people who sub, they'll get a special vial of my bath water that's been archived from my Only Dance. That's right, my bath water. Fresh.